Myself, I temper discipline with love. Quality time can be such a warm, sharing experience. After just a few sessions, you'd stop this amnesia nonsense and become a productive member of society and a fit candidate for the lodge.
Oh gosh. I'm not sure if this question would make sense for the game. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, hey, I've played this too many times. I've played this too much.
You turned out pretty good, except for that amnesia nonsense.
It's not nonsense.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Maybe you need a little straightening out. Oh, the things I could do to you. You'd be a much finer young man with just a little quality time.
Okay, we've already gone through that. Yeah.
Quality.
Went through the lodge,
Big
right?
guy, borrowing some quality time. The greatest gift I can bestow upon you as your former principal is a word of advice. Join the Order of the Harvest Moon at any cost. Within the lodge lies your future, and without dust. Surely mine is the most important position in Harvest. The ability to mold young minds. That's power. You might think Sheriff Dwayne's the most important man here, big guy. But he only deals with my failures. When I do my job right, the sheriff never sees a thing.
Okay, we're good here.
Drop in again soon. Adult education is a wonderful thing, as is adult quality time.
Yeah, we're gonna join the lodge. Alright, examine the students. They look stunned and zombified. Even the paper cutouts look stunned and zombified. Why am I exiting? Oh, man. That's a weird thing. Okay, doke. A projector carefully engineered to sound good when played underwater. In case you were wondering. A rough sketch of the lodge. Alright.
My goodness, class, this is Stephen. He used to be a student here at Geen Memorial.
There it is.
Say hello, class. They're reticent. The educator's gravest problem today is the apathy of the students.
What's wrong with their heads?
I can tell you in one word, Stephen. Discipline. Thank goodness you weren't a sulky bear. You were always a smiley bear.
Then you remember me?
Not as such. So many pupils, Stephen. They come and they go. But I can always spot those who were nice boys. You can tell from the forehead. The lobes. Right, class? I'm glad you stopped by, Stephen. Would you care to say a few words to the class about civic responsibility?
Not really. I was just passing through.
Oh, but you must, Stephen. A positive role model might be just the thing to inspire these little monsters. Stephen, have you any questions for me? Or shall I continue with class?
Yes, I do.
Ask away then.
About the harvest.
Can you tell me anything about Harvest?
Harvest was founded by the Order of the Harvest Moon about 100 years ago.
For what purpose?
Why, I'm sure you'd have to ask them. You'll find the members of the Order at the lodge.
This lodge. What do you know about it?
The building itself, like Harvest, was constructed with a specific purpose in mind. That noble intent is known only to those within the Order. You're at about the right age to join them, Stephen, and you will do so if you care about your future.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Do you have your popcorn and your security blanket?
We don't practice corporal punishment here. I've never believed in that old adage, spare the rod and spoil the child. A rod is too thin, but a baseball bat? That bridges the generation gap quite nicely. Oh dear, Colonel Monroe is conducting another air raid drill. Everyone into the hallway, quick!
If an A-bomb hits, what good is it gonna do to duck and cover?
My stars, that was exciting.
There you go. There's Harvester for you. If you were like, how can I sum up Harvester in 10 seconds? There's Harvester for you.
Stop by.
There it
any-
is. Yep. Actually,
Stephen, I'm glad you're that discipline for.
discipline. Actually, no.
Stop.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's everything we can do here. Oh,
Seeing you.
how much have I asked him?
Oops.
Never mind.
Drop in.
I just wanted to make sure he didn't have something about it. Yep. So, there you go. There's you. There's the game. There's the game. Congratulations. We found the game. Okay. Damn it. What would be the next best place to go? Well, since we're just exploring, let me go to Edna's Diner next. A 1955 Frag 100 with a real leather seat. Even from the ground you can hear the sonorous buzz of the neon. Alright, let's go inside.
Hi, what's your name?
Karen,
What are you doing?
playing. My mom is working, so I gotta stay out of her hair. Wanna play?
Not now, maybe later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Whoa, she's so cute.
Bye-bye.
Oh.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Could have sworn there was stuff to click on in here. Huh, I guess not. Alright.
Steve, what are you doing sneaking up on me like that? God, for a second I thought you were Mr. Johnson. What would you like to order?
You know me?
Sure. And my name's Edna Fitzpatrick. I'm not the one with amnesia.
Then you believe me.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I guess I've changed. I'm not kidding.
Now, Steve, faking amnesia won't help anything. If you don't want to marry Stephanie, then don't. But don't play sick, for heaven's sake. I'd expect that from Karen, not an 18-year-old. You've met Karen, my 8-year-old. Other than the diner, she's all I have. There isn't a nicer girl in Harvest than Stephanie, Steve. You should be grateful that she's promised you her hand.
I don't remember that happening, Edna.
Honestly, you men are so childish. I don't know what it is about marriage that turns even the bravest man into a coward. I was going to marry Karen's father when he just up and ran out on me one night. I heard that he joined a lodge, but if he did, I never saw him come out again. Even Sheriff Dwayne wasn't able to find out what happened to him.
Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson has a liking for me. I'd call it a crush, but that's too innocent a word. He's a bitter man with too much time on his hands. He's never gotten over being rejected by the lodge, and there's something unwholesome in the way he looks at me. I'm always glad when the sheriff comes in every day at noon.
Lodge.
The lodge is the repository of all wisdom. You should join the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve, and soon.
Why? For God's sake, what is it about this place?
The wheat ripens and waits not for the scythe. The farmer who waits too long, it were better that he use the scythe to rip his own stomach out than to stay his scythe when the wheat ripens. The harvest moon wanes and then comes winter. An empty belly, the body sans belly, gurgling within or bloody on the ground. What does it benefit a man if he gains his soul and loses the world? You hunger. Feed yourself before it's too late. Oh,
Edna?
Steve. What happened? Were we talking about Boyle? Or was it Karen?
You seemed strange there for a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of stress. Running this diner all alone. Forgive me. Though I see them together a lot, Boyle and the sheriff never act very friendly towards each other. Almost like there's some kind of bond between them besides friendship, though what it might be I can't imagine. Maybe Sheriff Dwayne resents the fact that he's never been able to get into the lodge. Though that's not Boyle's fault. He just hands out the applications. He doesn't decide who gets admitted.
That we know of. Sheriff.
Sheriff Dwayne is such a dear man. And I don't just say that because he's my most regular customer. Every single day, rain or shine, he comes in here at noon for lunch. Sits in the same spot, too. That's at least an hour every day when I can be sure Mr. Johnson won't show up. You know, it's funny. Dwayne never comes in here with Deputy Loomis, but he frequently dines with Mr. McKnight. You know, the owner of the TV station. Sometimes he comes in with Postmaster Boyle, but somehow I don't think they're friends.
TV station.
Mr. McKnight owns the TV station WHAR. He seems to get along with Sheriff Dwayne better than Boyle does. Better than just about anyone, to tell the truth. I don't see the connection between them, but I'll bet you dollars to donuts that it's there anyhow.
Dollars to donuts. Sorry, I really like that phrase. What happens if we do the lodge again?
The lodge is the
What?
the wheat right.
Okay, okay.
You,
Edna?
Steve,
You seem strange.
I'm sorry. Stop by.
Alright, there we go.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Karen. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Okay. Well, let's end this diner. Where should we go next? We have the meat plant, the TV station, the fire station, the police station, the newspaper building, the cemetery, Wayward Hotel, and we don't have to worry about going to these in any particular order. The Shady Oaks Mortuary, the missile base. Let's see. Man, they're all really good. There's so much character in this town. It's great. Although I'm very glad the city I live in does not have this sort of character. It does have a spooky cemetery. And a hayride. You know, let's, man. There are some orders we have to go in, but, not until the day start ending. And, you know, let's see, since we're going to, try to go for the application,
Sorry, son.
let's see if we can get Lodge again.
I certainly don't wish to discourage you from joining, young man. That's just...
Application.
I certainly don't...
Damn it, what are the rules?
I certainly... Next time you post...
I think, oh man. Is it the meat station? Examine the building. A red brick building with a horrible stench coming from within. And that's it around here. Nothing else stands out here at all. As you can see. Nothing... It's completely normal. The carcasses of several small animals.
Steve, how's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let